We will sing and dance. We will raise our voice. We will move our feet. We will sing and dance with great joy. Last time we were together, we learned this body percussion and chant section with 2 parts and a song. Let us dance to the right, let us dance to the left, our voices raised up in song. If you want, I encourage you to go learn that part. You'll find the link below to those videos. We're going to now label these 2 halves. This is an A part. That was the sing and dance. We will raise our voice. And we'll call the song part, let us dance to the right, dance to the left. We'll call that the B part. We will sing and dance. Ba, 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 ba. Da, da, ba, ba, da, da. Take a minute, audiate those 2 parts for yourselves to help remember them for yourselves. Maybe try to take the words out while you practice them. Because these pieces of music actually are part of Symphony in E minor, Movement 3, called Juba. It was written by this woman, Florence Price. She lived from 1887 to 1953. And she composed this song, and it was performed by the Chicago Symphony Orchestra. This was a big deal. She was the first African-American woman to ever have her music played by the Chicago Symphony Orchestra in 1932. She earned the opportunity to have it played by winning a contest that she won first prize and third prize. I think that's pretty awesome. The recording we're going to listen to today was recorded by the New Black Music Repertory Ensemble. We're going to be listening for the A part and the B part. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Let's come up with some movement to help show when we hear in the music the A part and the B part. I like this. You know what my favorite part of all the body percussion that we do? It's this part. I think that's super fun. In fact, I'm going to change it a little bit. That's fun. I'm going to do this for A. And for B, I think a lot about the stepping we did during that part. Let's do that. So A and B. You'll show me with your body when you think you hear something that sounds like the A part that we performed and the B part. So there's also going to be some other parts in the music, something that doesn't sound like A or B. When you hear that, let's do another movement. How about this? So let's review. We've got A, and B, and the other parts. We don't know what those might sound like just yet. If it doesn't sound like the other 2, if it's not A, it's not B, it's other. We'll do this. All right, are you ready? We're going to start right here. You know what that sounds like to me? Sing it, dance, sing it, dance. She has a few more notes in there, but it sounds really similar to that. I think this is an A section. Let's listen more. That sounds like the song we sang. Let us dance to the right, let us dance to the left. That part is definitely B. That part doesn't sound like A or B. Sounds like something new. And in fact, I'm going to call it a new section. I'm going to call it C. That sounds like A came back. We will sing and dance. We will sing and dance. Do you notice it sounds like there's a little bit of B in there while A's happening? It's kind of like both. So that's why I have a little mark next to this one, because it doesn't sound exactly like this A, but it has a lot of the same qualities and a little bit of B. That sounds like B to me. How about you? That sounds like a new part. And it doesn't sound like this part. It doesn't sound like C. It sounds like something completely new and different. In fact, it is, and I'm going to call it D. Did you hear that? There's a little bit of B in this D section. Florence Price is pretty smart. She was able to combine interesting rhythms all together. I hear that. That's definitely A. But it's an A that sounds different than this A section and this one. So we're going to put 2 little hashtag marks next to it. What's that? It's B. I think that's a totally new section. It's not C or D. It's a new one. It's E. And it kind of sounds like we're getting close to the end. So that's why I have a double bar line there. Do you hear that rhythm? The melody that's being played on those instruments is different than "But let us dance to the right," but it sounds similar. The rhythm's the same. I'm going to say there's a little bit of B in that ending. Well, that was pretty cool how A and B were in the piece in lots of different ways. And also how we have these interesting different parts. In fact, This is reminding me of something different, of something similar, but not quite the same. Sometimes music has this. So it'll go A, and then B, a new section, and then go back to that first part. And we might have an even different section called C, and then go back to the first one, and then D, and then A. This is a specific kind of form we call rondo form, when A keeps coming back, but new things happen in the middle. In Symphony in E minor, Movement 3 Juba by Florence Price, we have A and B that keep coming back. And we have new sections in between, C, D, and E. And one other difference is we don't have A and B exactly at the end, though we heard some of those rhythms of B at the end for sure. So I'm going to call this an adjusted rondo form. That's kind of neat, isn't it? All those things working together. So the name Juba is coming from African American culture. In fact, it was called Juba or patent Juba or ham bone. And it was because African American slaves were not allowed to make music the way they would have wanted to, with instruments and singing and all sorts of different tools. They weren't given much because they were enslaved. They found other ways to make music. They used their bodies. They used hand clapping and slapping and all sorts of different tools that their body could provide, even though instruments had been taken away from them. Check out this video by Sule Wilson. He's going to tell you even more about patent Juba and something that's similar to what we did while we were listening to this piece. That's a very important part of Juba. You can find the link down below.